Good afternoon, Dr. Kelly. This is Tashiana Gray with Unit 2 Reflection. So let's jump right into it. Two aspects that I found interesting out of chapters 2 and 3, I believe. First off, let's start off with chapter 2. I really did enjoy introduction of the family, like how the family impacts who you are as a person. The family rules, and I think that's so true. I just had like a moment where I was like, yeah, like I can see how my family has impacted who I am and how like I commit to some actions because of what my family has enforced, unconsciously or consciously. Like I know for one, we're not really like a verbal family, if that makes any sense. We don't really say I love you, or we hug only like at special occasions. And so I found that out when my friend in college, she's a very open person, and she said, "Oh, I love you," at the end of our conversation. And I was like, wow, like I didn't know how to respond, because like I've always thought, I love you was a term or a phrase that she utilized at like moments of value or congratulations, not just, just can be thrown out there. So I did have trouble saying I love you. I think I just said love, so it wouldn't be awkward on my part. But still, like I still have trouble saying I love you. And that's one thing that impacted me on that chapter. Moving on to chapter 3, I thought it was very interesting about male and female. Like I already knew that there was totally difference. I mean, the Bible tells us that God created male and female, and just knowing that, I knew there was going to be differences. But I like how the book really points out distinct characteristics of both genders, and just how to look at them and appreciate them. Like for once, I highlighted gender differences are not eased by creating symmetry, by having men and women thinking, feeling, and doing everything alike. And I thought that was so true, because at the end of the day, the world that we live in, everyone wants to make everything equal, like equal male and female, but we're not equal in terms of the things that we're good at, if that makes any sense, generally. And we as a gender, I feel like we should appreciate our differences. Like the book states, men are problem solvers. Highlight those characteristics, and men should highlight feminine qualities, because at the end of the day, that's how God made us, and we should appreciate how He created each and every one of us. And I thought that was beautiful. I took that away, just appreciating differences. Like for once, my father, I used to get upset. He's older, and he would just I would try to tell him about my day, and I just felt like he was tuning out, or he would just try to give me an answer really quickly, and I was like, well, you're not listening. And I thought he wasn't listening, so I just thought he didn't care, and I thought that because he didn't care, he didn't love me. But reading this chapter, I'm realizing that, hey, he loves me. It's just that's how he thinks, and he's a male, and so that's how he's going to portray his emotions. And yeah, so that's like a personal reflection there. Moving on to our biblical highlight, I'm going back to the family rules. My family was big on obey your parents, for this is right, or your life will be cut short. So that was really big. Every time we got in trouble, or if you don't honor your parents, you're going to have it worse with your own children. Stuff like that was really enforced in my family, and I think that's why I just like rules and obedience, because I know that I'm going to be rewarded in the end, if that makes any sense. And just because that was just so enforced. And I'm not saying it was a bad thing, but I know sometimes I would get really scared, especially when I was younger, and they would say, yo, your life is going to be cut short because you did something incorrectly. And I was like, oh no, oh no. But generally, I thought that's a good enforcer. That was a family rule and a biblical highlight in my life. I guess to the chapter 3 would be, like I said in the beginning in Genesis 1, God created male and a female, and He did that for a reason. If He wanted all male, He would have made all male. He would have just let Adam be alone, but He didn't. He made Eve, which is, created female, and we're just good at all different things. So yeah, thank you so much.